and welcome to the second part of Glimpse of the Past. Till now, first we will do the recap of the first part. Till now, we have read the starting of 1757 till 1835. There had been many occasions where the British tried to subdue the Indian princes. There was Tipu Sultan who fought against British, but he died. The Indian princes was short-sighted and they were subdued very easily. Then there came a difference of opinion among the Indians. Some thought that the British were helping them, but others thought that the British were enslaving them. The religious preachers started to preach the custom like untouchability and child marriage. Then came Raja Ram Mohan Roy from Bengal, who wanted to stop this custom. He told that all the religions are same. He even started newspaper, but then again it was stopped by the British. Farmers, artisans and entire Indian community was heavily taxed, while on the other hand the British were making riches and fortune. They were taking over the Indian industries. This is the story which we study in the first part of the chapter. From here, I will take on to the next part of The Glimpse of the Past by S.D. Sawant. 6. Dissatisfaction, 1835 to 56. Education in India was in Persian and Sanskrit. In 1835, an Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. We should teach the natives through the English language. I agree. English education produced clerks to whom the British gave pity, that means small job under them. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectuals. We must educate our brothers and try to improve their material condition. For that, we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. That means these were the discussion going on among the Englishmen. By 1856, the British had conquered the whole of India. You can see in the map also, the yellow area represented on the map belonged to Indian princes, whereas pink area belonged to the Britisher. In the first part, we have seen that the yellow part is more and the pink part is less, but now the condition is reversed. They cared little about the needs of Indian. Our king have become puppet, and we have lost our old jobs and lands also. They are converting our brothers. You only talk, do something to drive them out. So, here in 1835, Lord suggested that English should be used in education system, not the Persian and the Sanskrit, but they want to use English in the education system. So the main aim is to create a group of clubs that could help in the administrative purpose. Of course, a new, wise, intelligent generation was developed. Some thought that they will educate the masses, while others started to think that they should complain in the British Parliament. Of course, few time by 1856, almost entire India, entire India was under the British rule. Now 7. The Sparks, 1855 to 57. Taxes continued to ruin the peasant. Here peasant means the farmer. In Bengal, the Santals who had lost their lands under new land rules become desperate. In 1855, they rose in rebellion and European and supported alike. Discontent was brewing in the East India Company army too. The white soldier gets huge pay as compared to the Indian soldier. While we get up, I'm not able to read, it means small amount and slow promotion. They ask us to cross the sea which is against our religion. Who is the Topiwala to abolish our age-old custom? Thousands of other sepoy revolted. They were stripped of their uniform. Few Englishmen had cared to understand Indian custom or the people's mind. Oh, proud Brahmin soldier, do you know that the grease on the bullet you have to bite is made from the fat of cow and pigs? They are explaining the Brahmins. What? The white man has deceived us too. Soon chapatis were sent from village to village to tell the people that their empire would want their services. Yes, all my village men will be ready. Similarly, lotus flowers circulated among Indian soldiers. Death to the foreigners. The masses gave all help and shelter to the patriots. So, this all scene means between 1855 to 57, a tribal group Santhal was completely annoyed by British rule. They had lost their lands and started to killing many Europeans and their servants because they are very angry. They have lost their land, so they started to kill many Europeans. They were humiliated in East Indian armies too. The Indian soldier was stripped of their uniform and they were beaten up. But when they come to know, this is all they are just having, but when they come to know that they have to bite a bullet which consists of fat of cow and pig, they could not tolerate that. So that means they are very, very angry. So soon the movement for the freedom started. The speed of the freedom gear up. That means they are now all are in the mind to just fight for the freedom. They started circulating messages through chapatis. They used to keep the message in the chapati, roll the chapati, and then they distribute the chapati among the villagers and lotus among the masses to pass the message. And there was Mangal Pandey who tried to fight the British soldier. Okay? 8-part Revolt, 1857. Then there was a violent outbreak at Meerut. The sepoy marched to Delhi. Long live our empire, Bahadur Shah. The rebellion spread wider. Many landlords had lost their lands because of the British policy and they were sore. That means they were very unhappy. The white man's rule must end. Yes, we will help you. So what happened? The famous revolt of 1857 was started from Meerut. From where it was started? Meerut. And the sepoys marched to Delhi and started praising Bahadur Shah Zafar. He helped them in this revolution, in this revolt. But this revolution was spreading like fire. Even the landlords who had lost their land started to join this movement. Every Indian, whether it is a man, woman, child, everyone started joining this movement, and they realized that it was the time. What they realized? They realized that it was the time for British to leave the country. Now the ninth part, the fight for freedom, 1857. Many former rulers like Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow, the white man has taken away my kingdom. Popular leader like Maulvi of Faridabad told the people, rise, brother, rise. Azimullah Khan told Tatya Tope, we should have Peshawar Nand Sahib as our leader in this war of independence. So, 8-year-old Kunwar Singh of Bihar received a bullet on his wrist. Mother Ganga, this is my last offering to you. So what happened? When the revolt started, so by 1859, many rulers like Begum Hazrat Mahal and Ahmadullah had also started to grow unhappy with the British rule. Azimullah Khan advised Tatya Tope to start off with the war of independence. While there is another story of Kunwar Singh of Bihar, that he was shot by a bullet on his wrist, and to save himself, he cut his wrist and offered and gave to river Ganga as a gift. So, by the end of 1857, we have seen the incident, how we know that the entire India had jumped into the revolt against the British rule. And then rest is history. We know what happened after that, and ultimately, because of the sacrifices our soldier made, today we are enjoying the independence. So here is the story. Now tell me, student, what do you learn by this story? What is the moral of this story? The moral of the story is that while there will always be people who try to dominate and rule over others like the Britishers, there will also be people who will be ready to fight and die for their freedom, for what they truly believe in, like our Indian soldier who truly believe in and they fight for their freedom, and ultimately the Britisher has to leave the country. So, read the story from your textbook. Thank you.